Hello, hi, good morning. Today we'll be talking about a very important topic, that is redox reactions for IIT as well as NEET 2026 के लिए, right? So what are these reactions? We will see in three steps. What are redox reactions? How to balance them? What is the importance of these reactions? So these things we will cover it today, right? So redox reactions. In redox reaction, OX stands for oxidation. OX stands for oxidation and RED stands for reduction. That means the reaction in which both oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously is called as a redox reaction. Simple. It's a redox reaction is anything in which both reactions should take place. One oxidation should take place, at the same time the reduction should take place. That reaction is called as redox reaction, right? So we'll go to the next one. We'll see one example here. For example, carbon reacts with oxygen and forms carbon dioxide. Simple reaction. Carbon's oxidation number in this case is 0. Oxygen oxidation number is also 0, but here the carbon is in +4 oxidation state, oxygen is in -2 oxidation state. We would say that carbon oxidation number has been increased. Carbon oxidation number has been increased from 0 to 4, and oxygen oxidation number has been decreased. I would say that carbon has been oxidized. So this reaction is an oxidation reaction. So this reaction is an oxidation reaction. Why it is oxidation? Because the carbon's oxidation number has been increased. This is a reduction reaction. Why? Because oxygen's oxidation number has been decreased. We'll take up one more example. I got sodium hydride, which on decomposition gives us sodium plus hydrogen gas. In this case, the sodium is in +1 oxidation state, the hydrogen is in -1 oxidation state. But here, both sodium and hydrogen are in elemental state, therefore their oxidation numbers are 0. Now, the sodium oxidation number has changed from +1 to 0. It has been reduced. Therefore, I would call it as a reduction because its oxidation number has been decreased. Hydrogen's oxidation number has increased from -1 to 0. So that's why I would say this is an oxidation reaction. Right? Simple reactions say if one element oxidizes, another has to be reduced. Oxidation reduction continuously takes place, simultaneously takes place in a redox reaction. So this is what we have to understand about the definition. Okay, we will see it how the questions are asked and how we are asked to balance the reaction. So I'll take a reaction here. The first reaction of mine is MnO4 minus reacts with C2O4 minus 2 gives us Mn plus 2 plus CO2. So this reaction needs to be balanced used in an acidic medium, right? Simple reaction है, इसको balance करना है. In exam, you will be given X here, Y here, Z here, W here. You are asked what is X, what is Y, what is Z, what is W. So simple, if you balance this reaction properly, you can do it, you can answer the question easily. At the end of this lesson, we also see some questions taken from JEE Mains 2025 as well as some NEET questions also we will cover it. So the method we use to balance this reaction is is half reaction method. Half reaction method. Yeah, we call it as ion electron method. It's an ion electron method. सिंपल रिएक्शन है. आपको करना क्या है, मैंगनीज MnO4 माइनस से मैंगनीज आ रहा है Mn+2 एंड C2O4 -2 से CO2 आ रहा है. इन दोनों रिएक्शंस को मैंने हाफ रिएक्शंस में लिख देता हूँ. फॉर एग्जांपल हियर इट शुड बी MnO4 minus giving us Mn+2. This is the reaction, right? Mn+4, MnO4 minus is giving us Mn+2. This is first reaction. Second reaction is C2O4 -2 gives us CO2. This is the second reaction. Let us balance these two reactions, two half reactions, and we merge it together, right? So we have to remember our rules. In the beginning, we balance all the elements except hydrogen and all. We have to balance all the elements except oxygen and hydrogen. In second step, we balance oxygens. To balance oxygens, we need to add H2O. To balance hydrogens, we need to add H plus ions. So this is the second step. Third step, we will add electrons to balance the charges, right? And the fourth step is we will merge both the reactions together by cancelling the electrons. So these are the rules required for this. Okay, so let us jump into this. So in first reaction, we have manganeses on both sides, they are balanced. But oxygens, here I have got 4. I need 4 oxygens on the right side. So therefore, I add 4 H2O here. Right? मैंने इधर 4 ऑक्सीजन है, इधर 4 ऑक्सीजन के लिए 4 वाटर ऐड कर दिया है. Then यहाँ मुझे, I can see that there are 8 hydrogens. So what I'll do here, I add 8 H plus ions on the left side of the reaction. That's it. So I'm done with this and this. Then we'll go for charges. Here on the right side of the reaction, I can see that total charges are +2. On the left side of the reaction, I'll see this is 8 plus 1 negative. So I got 7 negatives. So it will be 7 plus. So I have to equate it to +2. So therefore, I need 5 electrons here. This is the balanced reaction. We'll balance the second reaction. So we got 2 carbons, we have to take 2 here. Then oxygens are already balanced. Then look for charges. Charges are here -2. Here you have -2, here you have 0. So how can we do this? So we have to add 2 electrons to this side. Okay. Then we will merge both the reactions. But while adding these 2 reactions, we make sure the number of electrons transacted in reduction and oxidation are same. But here 5 electrons are required, but here 2 electrons are released. For that, I multiply it by 2, I multiply it by 5. So then the electrons get cancelled, we'll get the final equation. So 2 times of MnO4 minus, so that will be 2 MnO4 minus plus 5 times of C2O4, C2O4 minus 2 plus 8 into 2, 16H plus gives us 2 moles of Mn+2 plus 10 moles of CO2 plus 2 into 8 moles of H2O. So this is the balanced final reaction of this one. If you see here, 2 moles of MnO4 is reacting with 2 moles of MnO4 is reacting with 5 moles of H2C2O4. For this reaction, how many moles of hydrogens are required? 16 moles of hydrogens are required. You can see the stoichiometry here, 2, 5, 2, 10, right? One more I can also write here, 2 moles of MnO4 minus is equals to 5 moles of C2O4 minus 2. Or I divide both sides by 1, so I'll get 1 mole of MnO4 minus equals to 5 by 2 moles of why did I get this like this? So 5 by 2 moles of C2O4 minus 2. So I divided both sides by 2. So here 2 gets cancelled. I'll get this one. If I divide by 5 on both sides, so this will get 1. So 1 mole of C2O4 minus 2 gives us, so 2 by 5 moles of MnO4 minus. So this is how you balance the reaction. In the question, if your x is asked, my x is 2, y is 5 and z is again 2, w will be how much? 10. So either this type of question may be asked or this type of question may be asked. If you know 2 equal to 5 moles of oxalate ion, you can calculate for x moles. So just cross multiply it, you will get the answer. You know the thing that you have, what can you write here? 2 moles of MnO4 minus is equals to 5 moles of C2O4 minus 2. So x moles will be equals to y moles. आपको एग्जाम में इधर x दिया जाएगा, y पूछेगा, या y दिया जाएगा, x पूछेगा. Just you cross multiply it, you will get the answer. So x times 5 equals to 2 times y. If x is given, you can solve for y. If y is given, you can solve for x.